So this video emerged earlier, and it's fever shoot around, and Caitlin Clark is all up in it. Another clip has surfaced of Caitlin Clark down in Atlanta right before this playoff game shooting shots. They did this without Caitlin Clark. They have a lot of baggage on there, as you guys know. Caitlin Clark is the only mainstream draw in the WNBA, so the Indiana Fever, obviously, they're playing Game 3 tonight. 2 minutes ago, a new practice video of Caitlin Clark went viral. Fans can't stop talking. Is she really ready for the semifinals? Let's dive in. People were hanging on believing that Caitlin Clark was coming back. So this video emerged earlier, and it's fever shootout, and Caitlin Clark is all up in it. This video emerged earlier showing the fever shootout where Caitlin Clark was fully involved. She was out there shooting threes and hanging around the team, which looked exactly like what a player does when preparing to play. Is all up in this applause right here, right there. And she's out there just shooting threes, hanging out. And I'm like, this is exactly what a player does when they're going to play. Another clip surfaced of Caitlin Clark in Atlanta right before a playoff game, taking shots on the court. The sight of her moving and practicing again quickly went viral, raising more questions about her status. And I just hate this, man. I really hate this for the fans because they kind of donkeying a character the whole damn summer. Oh, she's coming. It's day to day, week to week, when she actually been never about to come back, man. Caitlin Clark was seen going through a pregame shoot-around before Game 3. Even though she was not playing that night, her presence in warm-ups created buzz that she might still be ready for more action ahead. She's like doing proper pregame workouts. Like, what is happening? She's going through pregame shoot-around before Game 3. There's no obviously she's not playing tonight, but apparently she's still eligible. I made another video talking about this, and I'll talk about Scott Agness's thing a different time, but like Caitlin Clark can't keep away from basketball. The Fever pulled off an upset win and did it without Caitlin Clark, but her name was still on everyone's mind. Fans pointed out that if the team could reach the semifinals, having Clark back would make the run even more dangerous. They did this without Caitlin Clark. They have a lot of baggage on their back. They have a lot to fight for in the fight. Keep fighting. I'm ecstatic as a fan. I predicted this earlier. Everybody else thought that they was going to lose today, and I told y'all momentum is real. When you got momentum, you can beat a giant, bro. As many have said, Caitlin Clark remains the only mainstream draw in the WNBA. Her practice footage going viral shows just how much excitement she brings whenever she steps on the court, even briefly. As you guys know, Caitlin Clark is the only mainstream draw in the WNBA. But to their credit, the mainstream media, they do a phenomenal job polishing this turd. The media does a great job convincing people that the WNBA is exploding in popularity when the reality is the success in the WNBA is like the basketball. It's make-believe. It's pretend. The Indiana Fever were preparing for Game 3 while questions around Clark's status continued. Reporters confirmed she was technically eligible, and her practice appearances kept fueling speculation about a return for the semifinals. So, the Indiana Fever, obviously, they're playing Game 3 tonight. Scott Agness tweets, and look, I'm going to be honest. Regardless of what your opinions on Scott Agness are, Scott Agness is the closest thing to an insider. Seeing Caitlin Clark moving through a shootout raised too many questions. Fans asked why she was active if she had already been declared out for the season, and whether a return was closer than the team admitted. You know, it gets people asking what the hell is going on here exactly. I mean, what is going on? It helps to see her get better. It does, but why wouldn't she just be off her feet? She's not supposed to be coming back. I mean, the earliest we believe she would play basketball again would be unrivaled, and I think a lot of us don't think she's actually going to play in that league. So you would be looking at May of next year. What are we doing? Reports suggested that Clark tweaked her ankle during a workout. Yet she continued to practice and shoot. While clips of her went viral, insiders kept repeating that the decision was final. She was out for the season. This Scott Agness, then Scott said, sure, she's eligible, but she's out this for the season. The decision has been made. And Scott said, it's not the groin. It's actually the ankle. He's their poster boy, bro. He's their poster boy who they send to do this. And I bet you I can't even read this. He's probably going to charge you to read it. Look, this post is paid. You're charging people to read the damn article, bro. Observers pointed out that Caitlin Clark had been running and changing directions at full speed for weeks. The idea that she was still sidelined left many convinced the Fever simply did not want her to play again this season. Because if her trainer shut her down for this season, if it was her side, this wouldn't be happening. There's no way if our trainer shut her down for the season she'd be doing semi-full speed workouts. And it's not game speed, but it's the speed you would work out at. This is the speed you would go at shoots. We've seen her go full speed. We've seen her run full speed. We've seen her change directions full speed. There is the ramp up between changing directions full speed and playing on a groin strain is like a week. That was a month. It's been a month that we've been hearing about that. Despite advancing, the Fever announced they had lost Caitlin Clark to a season-ending injury. The organization kept repeating that message even as fans questioned why she appeared so active and game-ready in practice clips. The Indiana Fever lost Kayla Clark and 4 other players to season-ended injuries. They have now clinched their spot in the semifinals for the first time since 2015 with a huge upset over the number 3 seed Atlanta Dream, thanks to a come-from-behind victory. Stunner momentum is real. Momentum is real, guys. And I told y'all it was some size on the ball with Turner momentum. And the Indiana Fever had all of the momentum to bring this thing home to get this dub. And guys, I'm too happy, bro. The Fever's playoff game without Clark drew nearly half the viewers compared to last year. This decline in ratings fueled speculation that the league and the team mishandled her injury news, confusing fans about her true status. The Indiana Felines drew 1.8 million viewers for Game 1 of the playoffs. This past Sunday, no Caitlin Clark, no Sophie Cunningham this past Sunday, with the biggest star being Bob Greer, who played a grand total of 8 minutes. Felines, Atlanta Dreamers, 951,000 viewers on ABC. Scott Agness explained that Caitlin Clark was technically eligible to return, but the decision had been made to sit her out. He revealed the ankle injury was the main reason, though many believe the Fever had misled their fans. And now, somebody responded here, Scott, can you tell us if Caitlin is eligible to return for a playoff game this season? We know they said she's out for the season, but does that mean she's not eligible to play in the playoffs? Scott said, sure, she's eligible, but she's out for the season. The decision has been made. The Fever are just 1 win away from the semifinals, and if Caitlin Clark were to return, everything would change. With her on the floor, they would have a real chance to chase the WNBA championship. If they make the semifinals and Caitlin Clark comes back, they have a chance to go on and win the WNBA championship. With Caitlin Clark, it changes everything. They would have a puncher's chance to go on and win the WNBA championship. Even as fans doubted she'd be allowed back, many pointed out the Fever had a chance to win a championship. Adding Clark to the lineup would instantly raise those chances, making the team far more dangerous in the semifinals. Like they got a chance to win a chip. And instead of think about this, instead of them winning a chip with the squad that they got, they won't even let Caitlin Clark come back because they probably don't have confidence in the squad that they got to actually win the chip. You got Caitlin, you got Michael Jeffrey Jordan on your damn team, and you won't let her come back for the playoffs, and y'all really think that they gonna let her go to Unrival. If the Fever advanced, even a 15-minute version of Caitlin Clark could be enough to carry them to the finals. Her shooting ability alone would spread the floor and give teammates the space they needed to succeed. If we face the Seattle Storm, a 15-minute a night Caitlin Clark might be enough to get the Beaver to the finals. If we win tonight and get to the Storm, a 15-minute a game, half-healthy Caitlin Clark might get us to the finals. And people are like, oh, you're not a doctor. What are you talking about, man? These doctors don't seem that no one seems to know what's going on. For the first time in a decade, the Indiana Fever advanced to the semifinals. Fans celebrated the upset, but many believe the story would not be complete without Clark returning to push the team even further. And for the first time in 10 years, the Indiana Fever will be advancing to the damn semifinals, guys. That was the 6th-ranked team. They should have been number 2, number 3. We know what happened, adversity. You overcome adversity and you get it done. They won this game in Atlanta. I told y'all earlier, the mainstream media noted that without Caitlin Clark, playoff games lost a huge portion of their audience. If she stepped back on the court during the semifinals, it could deliver record-breaking ratings for the league. The media treats A'ja Wilson like a celebrity, and she can't even draw 500,000 viewers to the biggest game of the season up to this point. I'm telling you, this is why the WNBA has been hiding ratings during the regular season. I want you to think about something. Fans insisted that Clark could go if the Fever allowed it, believing she wanted to play and was ready. Many felt her presence in the semifinals would be enough to change the entire narrative of the season. What I would expect the viewership to have been if Caitlin Clark was there based on the viewership at the start of the season, I would have expected 3 million viewers if Caitlin Clark was playing. There was 95 million. They just got outdrew by the Aces. 66% of people said, I'm not bothered watching. 66% said no. If they make the semifinals and Caitlin Clark comes back, they have a chance to go on and win the WNBA championship. You got Caitlin, you got Michael Jeffrey Jordan on your damn team, and you won't let her come back for the playoffs. A 15-minute-a-night Caitlin Clark might be enough to get the Fever to the finals. For the first time in 10 years, the Indiana Fever will be advancing to the semifinals. As you guys know, Caitlin Clark is the only mainstream draw in the WNBA. If they make the semifinals and Caitlin Clark comes back, they have a chance to go on and win the WNBA championship. They're in the Come To Right playoffs, and they're not letting her come back. Bro, there is no world where Caitlin Clark cannot help the Indiana Fever make the finals, especially if we play the Seattle Storm. And for the first time in 10 years, the Indiana Fever will be advancing to the damn semifinals. As you guys know, Caitlin Clark is the only mainstream draw in the WNBA. I'm fully convinced Caitlin Clark could go if she wanted to, if the Fever were going to let her. The wait is almost over. Caitlin Clark is ready for the semifinal stage. Don't miss a moment. Like, subscribe, and share for all the latest updates.